going on, Eclipse? My name is Mr. J93 and welcome back to another LEGO review. Yes, I know I haven't been putting out a lot of videos, but yeah, it's just a normal life thing that's getting in the way of, well, my day job actually getting in the way of doing these videos. But yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at the Dark Knight Rises, or the Dark Knight Trilogy of the LEGO Batmobile Tumbler, or the Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown. This is from Dark Knight Rises, or the Dark Knight Trilogy. As you see up here, it's Christian Bale's Batman. So, he actually uses this Batmobile, which, a fun fact about this is, in the Dark Knight Trilogy, this vehicle is actually never referred to as the Batmobile. It's always referred like the Tumbler and all that stuff. It is never the word Batmobile was actually never used in the actual movie itself. So yeah, I'm actually not going to show you the back of the box because I kind of brutalized the actual one. But basically, it just shows you action scenes. But as you can see here, you have Batman in there along with LCD screen, which actually shows you exactly like him actually piloting it. But obviously, this box art actually has enhanced effects because you're actually not going to see any of the lights inside. But again, this is based on the actual. From the actual movie, I think the scene where Batman trying to escape from GCPD, where he's trying to tumble across rooftops. So this is basically what I'm doing, because you can see he has the actual rooftop water towers. So yeah, this is basically what he's actually done. But yeah, as you see on here, you have Scarecrow and Batman. Well, this is actually what the Christian Bale one has, but yeah, as with all Batman related stuff, you do have Batman up in the corner, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the packaging. And yeah, I just dropped something, but yeah, anyways guys, so let's get to the actual build itself. So yeah, overall this is actually a really fun build, because yeah, this completely different from normal standard builds. And yes, before I actually get into this, there is actually a UCS Batmobile, which actually has a lot more details, and that obviously is a bigger playset. But that's actually meant for 18 plus, and I'm not interested in spending that much money on a UCS Batmobile or the Tumbler. But yeah, it's I believe as of recording this video, or whenever I upload this, it is actually currently in stock. So yeah, because nobody's willing to spend over $100 US, or if you're a really hardcore Batman fan of Dark Knight series, yeah, you can go get that. But yeah, I don't have enough space to actually house all of these builds, so I decided to stick with these partially because it's a unique build style. And yeah, this is not like a normal one, because this is basically an armored vehicle for Batman. Batman typically, because Batman will just run in and actually start shooting, or drive in and start shooting with this. If you ever played Arkham games. But yeah, starting off with the actual minifigures, just you have right out front is you do actually have Christian Bale's Batman along with the Scarecrow, and I forgot the actor who plays Scarecrow. But yeah, if you guys know, just comment down below, or I'll probably find it in editing. And basically, these two minifigures are basically what sells me for this, mostly because this is a completely different mold, and I would say this is pretty much the only time you're actually gonna get a Scarecrow. But the thing that I just noticed this right up front, I don't know if this is actually coming across on camera, but I didn't even push this guy in the actual waist peg, but colors look a little bit different. I don't know if you can actually tell, but the face print of Sack, or Scarecrow's mask, whatever, I think it's Scarecrow's sack or something, is slightly lighter than the one that actually Sack is actually sitting on the actual Scarecrow's body. I don't know. It's just slightly lighter. It's not that big of a deal unless you're really into that detailing. But yeah, I don't really have much of a preference. But yeah, starting off with Scarecrow, not so much. It's just a dude in a suit with a crane, a crane or something, which is what Scarecrow's officially called. But yeah, basically, I'm not much of it. Scarecrow, I mean, you're not actually going to be putting Scarecrow in the actual Batmobile or the Tumbler. You're mostly just going to have the Batman trying to chase out this guy, which there's absolutely no way Scarecrow can outrun the actual Batmobile without a vehicle. But yeah, because Batman just gonna keep pursuing until either you tire yourself out or he takes you down. But yeah, there's no like breathing. Obviously, the head is the actual mask itself. You got nice, human hands. But yeah, so Scarecrow is the only one that comes accessory. The actual, sphere. They call it fear gas, which is what I'm actually gonna call this. It's stud shooter. I'm not a big fan of stud shooters, but as you can see, Batmobile actually does have stud shooters on, which initially I thought it was meant for, machine guns, but it's actually not. It's just for intimidation purposes because apparently the Tumbler's not intimidating enough. Because who knows? But yeah, you can actually have, picking up Scarecrow, you can actually have a crane hold this. Yeah. So yeah, and in actually getting to the actual main selling point of actually why I decided to actually get this was because of the actual Batman. But yeah, this is just, the standard face that Batman actually has on the actual that all of the Lego Batman have, because you still get this face and you do have his bat smirk face, but that's just, but this is the Dark Knight one, so yeah, it's a different suit. But yeah, also another special thing is he does actually come with another head, which is another, it's actually a cool face, which actually kind of, when I decided to get this, was cool head. But yeah. But yeah, I'm actually going to show you what it looks like, because you're actually supposed to swap out the head. Now, as discuss as an accessory, almost like accessory long, and now I'm doing it again. But yeah, if you actually want Batman to be more menacing, you just do that. And you can barely see him, because it's trying to focus on that. But yeah, if you want him anything like actually scowling, like if you want a place of him like Crane, stand down, you can also do that. And some of the other accessories besides, the actual spare head is obviously the exclusive grapple gun, or the grappler, which Batman has, to actually escape from or grapple things. It actually doesn't fire or anything, because it's just two stud pieces actually anchored into the actual, pistol grip itself. But yeah, you basically just have Batman holding this like that, or you can have it on the other hand if you want, because another accessory is he does actually come with an actual the batarang. It's all Batman stuff, or any Batman related set that comes with batarang. But it actually comes with two, so I currently have one at the extra batarang inside the actual Tumbler, but it actually will show you the interior, because it's actually a really fun build, because it's not like an actual vehicle build, which I'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, you can have Batman doing that, or you can just have Batman fighter grapple crane. I mean, whatever. You can actually do that. But yeah, so the main selling point are actually these two figures. So yeah, if you're actually looking for something like, if you're actually more interested in actual Tumbler stuff, you can always just get the UCS one, because these are just for, this build is for the kids. So yeah, I'll get more into my opinion later in this video. But yeah, so let's move on to the Batmobile, or the Tumbler itself. Alright guys, so here we just have the Batmobile, or the Tumbler, just by itself without the white base plate, because there wasn't enough room to show this as base plate. Now, the UCS version of this is going to be a lot bigger. I think it's like double the size of this. So yeah, I decided not to get that, because one, I don't want to spend that much money, and two, I don't have the space for that. So yeah, basically, this is what you get now. I apologize for the dustiness. I've actually been putting off this review for so long. That's my day job and all that stuff. So yeah, just taking a look at the actual build itself. It's really cool, but there are some specifics of this which does actually detract from this being an excellent build. It's a very fun build. So yeah, basically what you have here is specifically, it's completely unique from every other Batman or any Batmobile builds you've actually have think of, because there are specific instructions that you actually have to do for the actual wheel itself, because one, this is a unique vehicle, and you can't, like, just starting off the front, you can't actually, so you see these wheels, you have the deeper part of the actual wheel facing the center line of the actual vehicle. If you had them any other way, it'll actually mess up the whole, rolling mechanics of this actual vehicle. And yes, it actually rolls very well, because yeah, it tells you you need to have the deeper part in, otherwise you can't have actual hollow part, because it shows it's for the actual looks and design of this, but it also is for the actual rolling of the actual vehicle itself. Now with that being said, on the back of this, you do have 4 very gigantic wheels, which is very cognizant of the actual Dark Knight Rises vehicle, or Tumbler. I'm not complaining about this, but same thing at the front. Now there's a center line for each set of 2 wheels. Now center lines between 2 wheels. Now you need to have the deeper parts, the deep part of the wheel facing outwards, meaning away from the center line, in order for this to work. Because you actually have to stick, because the axle goes right through the middle, and you do have a long panel, like I forgot my studs, but there's a long Lego panel that actually runs through the middle of it in order to be able to support these 4 gigantic wheels. Now you put the shallow in towards facing the center, because you kind of want to have a good enough grip so both of these will actually rotate at the same time. And also, that doesn't actually do anything, because it's actually a cross pin in there that actually gets all these aligned. But you don't want to have the deep facing the center, the deeper part of the wheel actually being facing the center, because it'll kind of detract from the whole design of it, because it's not going to be accurate to the actual movie itself. Now spinning around back to the front, there's nothing really wrong with these vehicles, just that there's stickers. Now obviously I'm not a huge fan of stickers, because I don't have the stability or the coordination to line these stickers just right. I'm not saying the stickers are a problem or anything, but I honestly prefer to print the pieces on it. I mean, granted, there's a whole price thing about how to print the pieces, but yeah. But the consistency, as you can see on the actual box, these stickers are supposed to be the same color at the studs and whatever's actually the orange, kind of like a golden color, the one that's on the front, but it's not. It's like a yellow color. It's supposed to be an orange, but yeah. Before I actually show you the interior, I'm actually going to go on the outside first, then the inside, because you actually have stickers on the inside, which actually shows you the amount of effort that your Lego put in, because this is not an UCS one. Now on the back here, you do have these pins, which are actually like for cornering and abilities for agility of this vehicle, because this is actually an armored vehicle, like an armored tank, and Batman wants agility as well as defense, which will actually make sense considering that he does actually chase down a lot of people with this. So yeah, these actually do adjust to actually for if Batman breaks, you would actually do it actually read up like that, to increase more drag. And it's just like a spoiler on the McLaren, but yeah, if you do that, you can actually have it forward all the way back, because it's on like a little pin sort of thing. You just basically adjust it like that, and it basically just makes it better, or it has more drag, or less drag, sorry. But yeah, again, it rolls very well. And if you really don't want to actually do anything, you don't have to. But yeah, you just leave it like so, and yeah. So the reason why this build is unique because it takes, you know, the vehicle windshield, it uses 3 of them for the actual side because it's armored. And you have these armor panels, basically it's bulletproof. And I think like missile proof or something. Yeah, it's an armored vehicle used by the military that Batman decided to take. So yeah, lifting this up. But obviously, in the actual movie, when this lifts up, the entire interior goes up. So you can have Batman jump in. And I'll actually show you how to actually place Batman in there. But there's actually a minor complaint in there. But yeah, it's coming up. You can actually see you can actually see the green holographic, you know, heads-up display that Batman would actually be looking at. But yeah, there are no lights on the actual thing itself. Oh, load my camera. But yeah, there are no lights on it. It's just a black thing. But if you do want, you can actually wire up some lights in there. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, I do have the initial battery in there. I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. The instructions actually don't tell you to put anything up there. I just do it. But you do have a nice green in there. I don't know why it's bright on my camera. Huh. Okay. But yeah. You do have... Now, you can actually swap these if you're British or on any other side of the world. You actually have these swap. You just swapping the instructions or swapping the steps that they actually tell you, because the passenger seat and the driver's seat. So yeah, there's wheel or steering controls or something. But yeah, you have screen here. You also got a screen with angles piece. But yeah, another complaint I have with this is you're using a 4. There are actually 4 studs in there, which actually lock into the actual 4 studs or 4 holes on the back of the actual figure itself, which I actually got to show you the detailing. That's belt. Cool, but yeah, you're actually showing that it actually connects in it. There's other builds, you would have like a 2 stud to make it easier to pick it up, because as soon as you set this in, you actually have to unpeg it from 4 instead of just 2, which is a lot more complicated. But yeah, usually a 4 is good if you're just having a figure stand. But this is a Batmobile. Batman's not going to be standing in his actual Batmobile. But yeah. So again, showing you this, you can actually have your Batman actually sit in it, along with, if you do have other sidekicks from any other figures, you can, because all of the actual Batmobiles, it's actually has a 2-seater. So yeah, just angling that up, and I will show you. You actually have to line up right, because you have to line up all 4 of these holes. And I'm showing this bat butt. But yeah, just kind of wiggle. You kind of, you gotta get a cape in there first. But yeah, in the actual movie itself, if you actually look at the Dark Knight Rises, anytime with the Tumbler scene, the entire interior would come up, so it would line up right with the top of the vehicle, so it'll actually make it easier for Batman. So as this closes, it'll actually sink in, so Batman can still, taunt criminals from the actual, before you actually, close it. It gives the actual bat remarks or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, hopefully this aligns right. Whatever. But yeah, you kind of have to do something in England to actually, get all the cape to align and all that stuff. But yeah, since you have a spare seat in here, you can actually kind of see the actual, sticker here. Yep, Batman isn't even looking straight forward. But yeah, you can actually kind of see the actual sticker in there if my camera can focus. But yeah, these are stickers inside. So yeah, not really plain, but since I don't have any other characters, I'm just gonna throw all the accessories in there. The actual other batarang in there. There's an extra space. Nobody's saying anything. Throwing the spare head in there. But yeah, basically, this is essentially what it looks like. Now, I'm not saying you can. I think you probably have a small LED. Hopefully, it doesn't collide with the actual head itself. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, basically, your main selling point is actually going to be getting this. Now, that's not really a problem, but yeah. Now on to my actual personal opinions. Now overall, I really do enjoy the build. It's an interesting build. It's kind of a new design that, it's a new Batmobile that I don't have. So yeah, because Lego's bringing back the old Dark Knight Trilogy, which is actually one of the classic Batman films. Because, if you don't know, apparently Christian Bale still does, the Batman voices. So, yeah. So, yeah, this is a classic Batman. The actor is the Batman voice. So, yeah. So, yeah. There are some things that I actually, some minor nitpicks, but overall, I would actually recommend you actually get this. This is currently not being sold. This particular site is actually not being sold in actual Lego store. You actually have to go search the actual local box store, local retail store. Because I believe I found this at Walmart. So yeah, if you actually are looking for this one in particular, you can go to your Walmart or your Target or any other place where you should get your Legos among your other toys like your Transformers and other stuff. So yeah, overall opinion, very good. I highly recommend it if you want a unique build from your overall consistently similar builds. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for my review of this set. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys much for watching, and fly her pilot.